Hello Libra, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is going to be a love reading, and it's a general love reading. I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Wow. Very intense connection where there's a whole lot of chemistry. Some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. Others of you, this could be a situationship. The relationship could also be very current. Some of you may have gone through a very spiritual awakening, some type of a connection that you felt where there's a whole lot of energy and the feeling of unconditional love. You just don't know where it's coming from. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. All right. Interesting. You have quite a set of cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are quite challenging. Now, this is supposed to be a person of interest, but because you actually have, first card is the strongest, you have the past life card here. This does talk about how the both of you are mirroring each other, how the energy that exists between the both of you, it is very much intertwined. It's a lot really intermingled. So you may be feeling their energy, they may be feeling your energy. And this is very common. It doesn't matter what the distance. First card is the strongest. We have here mystery, followed by sexuality. Then we have crisis, pleasure, embracing the shadow, nourishment, illness, wellness, beliefs, relationship. Then we have wisdom under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. This is a very intense reading, Libra. A very targeted message. It's a very strong spiritual connection that you have with this individual. Let's see what happens. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Libra, there's something about you that really makes me feel special. You have this way of making me see who I really am, my true self. I have been asking the universe recently, why is it that you're in my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Or why not far into the future? I have always wondered. I have always thought. The feelings and emotions that I have for you transcend the normal, everyday feelings. I have this sense of knowingness, as if I've known you from before. The feelings and emotions that I have, they're more intense. It's as if everything has been multiplied in terms of the way that I feel, the way that I think. With you, I have found in you this spiritual bond, this connection. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, there's something that happens, and I always end up thinking about you. It's hard not to. It's as if you're a part of me. You're part of my energy, and I feel so comfortable with you. Sometimes things don't make sense, but the feeling and the emotion and the affection I have for you, that, to me, does make sense. I can smell your scent when you're not even there. Feel your presence when you're not there. And in my dreams, everything seems so real, and sometimes it almost feels as though it's a memory. I have no idea why I have this intense sensual connection with you. But even for me, as a human being, the sensuality and the way I feel towards you sexually, it's off the charts. It's overwhelming. It's too much for me to handle. When I see you, all I can think about is your body. When I sleep, when I'm at work, when I'm doing anything, I think about you in that way. I fantasize about you, and I can't stop obsessing over you. I am obsessing over you. And I can't stop. This strange obsession that I have now that has increased over time, where I can't find the root cause, it's starting to create a lot of issues in my life where I'm starting to feel very overwhelmed. Not only with these feelings and emotions that I feel, but overwhelmed because I can't concentrate on other things. It's starting to affect my everyday work. Me being overwhelmed, there's a lot of mental anguish, impatience, frustration, emotional discord, and I need time to figure things out, to sort things out, because I do feel that in this connection there's something special, but for some strange reason, I don't know why, it is just so magnetic. It's like a spark. It's fiery. It burns. And it hurts. Because I want to be with you. And I think that it's not right. Nobody should want somebody this much. For me, I feel as if it's not the right thing to do because it's so intense. It's as if I have no control. Spiraling out of control. And in this connection, I have felt spiritual pleasure and physical pleasure. That's what I get from you. I understand that whatever has happened between us, I have made things very awkward. The situation between us now has become so awkward that it's difficult to move on. Now it appears as if the environment is very uncomfortable. You saw a side of me that was very dark. That was a challenge. That side of me where I'm very impulsive, compulsive, even emotional at times, and sometimes I do show my affection and sometimes I'm just quiet. It's difficult, I know. There's a part of me that desires you greatly, but then there's also a part of me that just says this is not logical. In you, I have found someone who could be the perfect mate. And the perfect partner, somebody who really gets me and understands me. You have this way of fulfilling me, fulfilling all of my needs. Emotionally, spiritually, and physically. You have this ability. Many things have happened in my life that I have not shared with you. certain things that have happened in the past that haunt me. Responsibilities, burdens, restraints, restrictions. Things that weigh me down below the surface of this water, and I'm unable to rise up and come to you and be with you the way that you would like me to be. Because there are other things that are weighing me down, anchoring me down. Part of this is the fact that our beliefs are quite different. I think of this connection in a very different way. I don't even know what to think about when it comes to this connection. That's how confused I am, but I do know that you and I have our differences. We are not on the same page. And it's because of these differences that I wonder, is this relationship even going to work out? I do want to work on this relationship. But sometimes our opinions and our differences, they just clash. And then I wonder, is it even worth it? Many moons, many nights have gone by when I've just stayed awake, lying awake in bed and just looking at the ceiling, thinking, sometimes even staring at the stars. Knowing that you're out there somewhere, but I just can't be with you the way that you want me to. I need to figure out what this is. Why it's so intense. Because when it's this intense, it scares me. And I take a step back. Overall, this connection has made me wiser. I have learned quite a few things. I have learned from my mistakes. I have learned from these lessons. I am not the same as I once was before. I am different. And I want to be there for you. But I need to figure out what this connection is all about. All right. Libra. You're dealing with somebody here who has a spiritual connection with you. You guys may have been married in a past life. You could have been engaged, betrothed, boyfriend, girlfriend. It was rare to have boyfriend, and girlfriend, but that is possible as well. We also have just having a crush on one another. But you have the past life card, and this is a very, very huge and impactful card. The fact that you have sexuality right next to it, this does mean that your person of interest, and even you, and I see this here, there is a huge connection when it comes to sexual chemistry. It's huge. It is above and beyond what you are used to. And with this person, it's so much that it's overwhelming for them that they can't even handle it anymore. There does come a point. It's too much. It's almost like I'm seeing someone being tickled. It's almost as if you're tickling somebody and sure, they can tolerate it for some time, but then sometimes it's just too much tickling. You can't tolerate it anymore. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. That's how overwhelming this has become. It's just they can't deal with it anymore. Because they don't know how to deal with it. Because it's very overwhelming. And this is what they call a spiritual connection. You have history with this person. This is double the love, double the pain. For those of you who are new, for those of you who may be resonating with this reading, please have a look at my other channel, Asnointia Audio. That is on YouTube. Those videos are absolutely free to watch. Please have a look at the one that is called Spiritual Connections, Past Life and Spiritual Connections. There's another one called Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. And the rest of them are on other spiritual related topics. I also have their advice for relationships, feelings and emotions, what people think. Now, I would recommend that you have a look at that because it will provide you with a lot of clarity as to why you feel the way that you do. I do go into detail. And you'll realize that, you know what, it's not just you. There's a whole lot of people out there that feel the exact same way, because many times you're going through the same thing. Now, in this type of a situation, you also have naturally had a spiritual awakening. So either cross-watcher, maybe you have, or maybe you have Libra, but it's something that is very natural that comes about from this. Maybe you haven't gone through it yet. One of you may be just going through the dark night of the soul right now. And after that, going further, things will start to change. But it does take some time. You guys could be twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners. I'm not sure if I really, at this point, by the time this is released, this video, if I'm going to have past life orders that you can place. But if you want, have a look on my website. If you really, really feel that you need this sense of closure and the sense of understanding as to why you feel this crazy feeling, have a look at my past life packages. Well, there's no plural in that. It's only one package, the past life package. If it's available, sure, you can place an order. If it's not, you can always send an email and I can put you on the waiting list. That way you'll be able to see and understand what your connection was with this individual in a past life. And these are those type of connections where you're really finding it difficult to let go. You can't let go. You're feeling obsessed. It's starting to change your perspective on life itself. Those are very, very strong connections. All right. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. No, this is not the Beginner's Tarot. This is the Lover's Path Tarot. All right. Interesting. So what do I look at when I see this particular deck? Wow, we're dealing with somebody with a lot of young energy, youthful, immature, inexperienced kind of energy, which is probably why they're wiser now, because they were not wise before, which is why they're wise now. This is something that happened in your past. So I'm taking you a little bit into the past to see what happened in the first place that caused the problem in this connection. This is for those of you that may have had a lack of closure. This person may have ghosted you. They may have just discontinued the amount of times they have communicated with you. That's become quite less. They may have just faded and you wonder, what happened. So this particular deck I read in the reverse. This is something that happened in the past. The first set of cards that I just read, that's what is currently the state of your person of interest. All right. We have here the Princess of Staffs and the Prince of Coins. Both very young, vibrant energy. So as I mentioned, I do read these in the reverse. Here we have the Princess of Staffs. This talks about not really having a lot of new ideas, not really wanting to communicate, and not a whole lot of enthusiasm as it once existed. This talks about an inexperienced young person who may have been very passionate, but not very experienced. Because of this, too much energy was being given and not enough focus. So they were not focusing on certain things that were really important. Instead, their energy was scattered. Ideas and messages that fizzle out after initial enthusiasm. Yikes. So you're dealing with somebody here where they would start something, but it just really wouldn't finish. So it fizzled out, just like when we have a soda pop or something like that. We open it, we love it, but you leave it out for a few hours, it becomes flat, right? So initially this person was full of life, and I'm getting the word vigor. I don't know how to pronounce that word. But they had this passion in the beginning. But it was so overwhelming for them that it was just scattered. Their energy was not focused. Now, because of that, they also started to make some mistakes along the way. And some of these mistakes, they really do include starting and promising, but then not really being able to finish. We also have here Prince of Coins. Now, sometimes when we start and then we don't finish, it's because two things. We're just not motivated, or sometimes we've just become uninterested. And because this person's energy was very scattered, it could also be that they just didn't have that time that they could have taken, the time, energy, and effort to give to you. However, knowing that they're also young, it does kind of show that there's a sense of immaturity here, where they really did not take things seriously. They should have taken this relationship more seriously, and they did not. Prince of Coins. Here we have how this person ended up, it talks about inertia and laziness. They ended up not working as hard as they should have. They didn't see much wisdom that was needed for creating growth, and they really weren't taking any opportunities that were coming to them. This was because there was a lack of wisdom and hard work being put in order to create growth. There was inertia, there was laziness, and they were not taking action or taking any responsibilities. Oh, Libra, you're basically dealing with somebody that truly was immature and just inexperienced. They may have gotten into this connection, hot and heavy, thinking that it's going to be great. This is the way we're always going to be. However, it's challenging because remember the beliefs card. You just had that. So your level of commitment was here. Their level of commitment was here. For them, that is normal. For you, that's not normal. That's the issue here. You're dealing with somebody that was on a totally different wavelength, but I'm literally getting the word band. The band is different. Forget the wavelength. The whole band is different. Yeah, this person was totally not resonating with you, even though physically, verbally, they may have been. You may have thought, oh yeah, we just gel very well together. But when it really came down to it, you might not have been able to put your finger on it. You might have been wondering, why is this person acting like this? It's because they were acting. They were playing in the big leagues, right? But they were really from the little league. That's what it was on the inside. They were young, they were youthful, they were irresponsible, they were immature. But on the outside, they would show that, no, I'm this and I'm that and I can do anything and I can be in this relationship and I'll take care of you and all that kind of stuff. But then when reality hit, this person started to realize, no, this is not me. But they didn't do it on purpose, guys. This person actually, that's just their nature. They didn't do it to hurt you. This is just who they are. I mean, I don't want to say it like to the cross watcher, but if somebody is not so clever or smart, they can't help it. That's not their fault. It's just that they have not been through those experiences. They have not been through that type of, like the lessons that we learn to gain that wisdom. This person never went through it. And now I understand why you had the wisdom card over here in the beginning, the overall arching theme. Now this person is much wiser. So in the beginning, you were dealing with somebody that was not wise. They were quite immature. They were not responsible, lazy. I mean, you may even been trying to make plans with this person. They wouldn't even get out of bed. I see here, it's difficult to deal with somebody like this because you're trying to make plans with this person. What I'm seeing is somebody here's trying to make plans. And they would just be like, it's okay, we'll do it later. We'll do it later. We'll do it some other time, or I'm not in the mood. However, they didn't know that yourself, Libra, you were trying to build a relationship. You're trying to build something in this connection. This individual didn't see it like that. Here I have the Beginner's Tarot. So I look into any actions, any plans, any intentions that your person of interest may have towards you. Oh boy. So there definitely is a sense of desire here. King of Swords. Your person of interest here, they do have affection for you. However, the way that they're showing it in recent times, it may have been and it may be in the coming future very cold. So they're kind of like they're very strict, very firm, but they're almost like a candy apple, or like something that's hard from the outside but soft on the inside. And they are very, very much into you. They do love you. They want to be with you, but they're showing at this point that no, I am firm, and I don't need you. I don't need to talk to anybody. Talk to the hand. This person is showing this type of, it's almost as if it's oozing out of the aura. That's type. They're not actually doing it or saying it, but that's the perception that they want you to have of them. And of course, this is that behavior coming from somebody who is very immature, somebody that knows that they've made mistakes. Sometimes, as humans, what we do is we make mistakes, and we know we've done something in a very immature way. And then a few days or weeks or months down the road, somebody comes to confront us, and we ignore the real problem, but we start acting as if we're angry. We're angry at the situation, at the person, and we start blaming them. We start blaming others. But we're not really seeing what was the root cause. Our own selves, right? Or that individual that was being immature is now in a way procrastinating. They're trying to deviate from what was truly the problem. This is the attitude of this specific individual, where things were really getting close back then, things broke down, and it's as if they're pretending as if, well, it wasn't my fault. I don't know what happened, but ... You see, this individual is now starting to act as if they're a king, right? How is this possible? They were literally just a page and a knight a while ago. The prince and the princess. So even if they are like this, they're being kind of like somebody who is unapproachable because they want you to have that level of respect. Now that's not good. That's a kind of a toxic way of thinking. You cannot respect somebody and expect to gain respect out of fear or out of that sense of intimidation. That's what this person's trying to do. Little people think like this. Think big, please. Crosswatcher, if that's how you're feeling, some of you might not be feeling this. You might not even know that you're doing this. But this is what sometimes we feel when we're dealing with somebody who is very immature, inexperienced, and all of a sudden they start acting like a king and pretend that nothing ever happened, and then they start blaming others for it. That's what I'm seeing here. That is kind of this atmosphere that they're creating so that the blame does not come on them. We also have here, they want to construct something, they want to manifest something with you. They really want to create this partnership with you. And some of you may have been working with this person. This could have been in the past. It could be current. Whatever the case is, somebody here is falling in love with somebody. Eventually it's going to happen. And if that's not the case, if you don't know this person through work or through an association of another, this also means simply they just simply want to work on some type of a project with you. But the whole point is to get to know you more. They want to know you more. They want to spend time with you. And they want to see that intellectual side. So there's certain things here that the both of you have in common. Remember, you had the beliefs card, right? So there's certain things that don't resonate with the both of you, but there are certain things that do bring you both together when it comes to these common hobbies or traits or projects or passions. So this is something that this person wants to build on, which is really good. It's smart. We also have here the Hangman. They may approach you and then they may just wait, and they'll be waiting. And once they're waiting, this is a big waiting game. They don't know what to do in the meantime. They're just waiting to see what your reaction will be. We also have here the Seven of Wands. In the meantime, they feel that there is a lot of struggle, and it's almost like that saying, pick your battles. This person needs to pick their battles. They know that there's certain things that they can take on. There's certain things that they should be avoiding. And so hopefully in the future, they will be able to do just that. Remember, they were very overwhelmed. They were doing too many things. And by being overwhelmed, it also means that their energy is scattered, which is where you have the princess card, right? So that sense of energy is scattered, which means that they cannot dedicate it to you. So here they're trying to get rid of some things that they can let go of. Let me let go of this, and I'll have enough space, enough room in my heart and my life for my Libra. Again, we have another waiting card here. So your person of interest, they know what they want, but they're just very unsure how they're going to get it. And for now, there's just a whole lot of waiting. We also have here the Chariot. This person is youthful in a way, and their feelings and emotions run very high, and they're very passionate. This also talks about desire, feeling that sudden surge of desire for you, sexuality. That sense of desire and wanting to rush back into your life because now they have made a decision. Their decision is wanting to be with you. The problem here is that they don't know what to do. Even if they bring you somehow back in their life, how are they supposed to be either talking or leading? They don't know how to do this, which is why they're waiting. And then at some point in time, they'll know it when they see it. There's no use rushing. All right. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, so we do have here messages that are from Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. All right. Oh my gosh. No, under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. All right, so I'll get into the no in just a moment. So we have here, first card is the strongest, if you believe. So we do have a situation here where there is this desire to move forward in this connection, and some of you don't even know if it's going to work out or not. It is hard, but they are saying here to remain very positive and also believe that it will work out, because if you believe it, you will be eventually able to manifest it. Many of you here have a year from now. This may be the next few months. It could be all the way up until a year. Some of you might have seen this card perhaps last year, and you're unhappy that you've seen it now again. This particular deck only goes up to a year. It does not go up to 3 years or 5 years from now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, let's hope you don't see this again next year. But it does say a year from now, things are going to change in this connection, and do look for a sign. It may take a while, and it will take a while, because your person of interest is somebody who is very immature. This is somebody that needs to learn some lessons. They need to learn from their mistakes. They need to understand that they can be genuine and still be respected, because they're not being genuine. And all of these lessons, eventually, it will take them time to learn, and then to change, to adapt, and then to have that strength to come to you. Eventually, they are saying here to look for a sign. This could be simply just signs and synchronicities, or even a sign that this individual is going to start, or they have reached out to you at some point. When they do, they are saying here to be assertive. Let them know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. Let them know a few things that's been on your mind, because it's important for them to see where you're coming from as well. We also have here with being assertive, some of you may have bent over backwards to accommodate this person. Let's not do that anymore. You don't bend over backwards, you adjust a little bit, but you also keep firm. And you keep healthy boundaries because they will respect you more. Eventually, a year from now, or within the next few months, you'll be able to take actions after you find and you feel these types of signs that come to you. They are saying here there's no need to worry, so don't worry about it. I know you're worrying, but they're just telling you not to worry. Trust in the divine, that everything will happen in divine timing. Are things supposed to happen right now? No. The main focus here is no. Some of you want this to happen and some of you want to settle down on this connection like ASAP. The answer is no, absolutely not. And it's because your level is here and theirs is down here and they have to rise up to come to the same level as you. And it's only worth your time, energy, effort. It is only deserving, right? Somebody here deserves the other person, and you cannot be with somebody where they don't deserve you and you don't deserve them, right? And this is something that happens here when we meet people that we're not resonating with. They act as if we are, but then all of a sudden you realize you really don't resonate with this person. That takes time. And as it says here, a year from now, so that is possible. It may take a few months, could take a year. Libra, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. And for those of you who are new to the channel, please do have a look at my other channel, which is Asnointia Audio on YouTube. And I have some videos that will hopefully provide you with some guidance and some help when it comes to relationships, learning more about negative energies, what they are, how to remove them, as well as past life and spiritual connections. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.